Hello, Texas families. I wanted to show you a great resource, something you can use at home to help your child get ready for the STAAR test. It's pretty easy to find. I just went to Google and typed in STAAR release test. And if you go to this one right here, STAAR release test questions, and you click on it, it's going to take you to the TEA website. And this is where they have lots of practice tests. You might know about those, but I want to show you something different. It's actual practice test site, which lets the students practice taking a test with the same exact tools that they're going to be using on test day. Now that it's an online test, it's really important that they know how to use the highlighting tool, the dictionary, and other tools. So I'm going to show you that. So click there on the practice test site. And then you're going to just go down here to where it says sign in, and you will be able to pick the grade level that you want to practice. In case you didn't know, almost every grade level is tested in the state of Texas. So I teach fourth grade, so I'm going to go to the fourth grade one. There are practice sets as well as release tests. I would start with the practice test sets just because it's a little bit shorter. And what I like about these is it shows you the new types of test questions. I am a reading language arts teacher, so I'm going to skip over math and go down here, but you should definitely check out the math practice sets as well. Start right here. It says STAAR Redesign Grade 4 Reading Practice Test. And this is the one I like to use for a practice test, but this one right here says new item types. If you click on this one, it's going to show you all the different new types of questions using passages. So this is what the kids see. These are accommodations that some students have if you have a 504 or other kind of accommodation due to dyslexia or other learning disability. I would not worry about pushing any of these right now. The students do know that they can change the color of their screen, but for right now, I would just leave it the same and just click select. Right here, it says begin test now. There are some other test settings here that you can click on, but I'm going to go ahead and show you where the test is and what it looks like and how to use those tools. The great thing about the online test is that the kids can put the passage right next to the question. In the beginning, we teach them to read the passage on the big screen, and all I did was push that arrow over, and then we teach the students to highlight as they're reading. So starting with the title, Fostering Positive Experiences. As they're reading paragraph 1, my students know to be thinking about who is this about? What is happening? What are they learning? They're also looking at the text and asking themselves, is this fiction or is this nonfiction? Because it changes how we read. But when they are ready to highlight something, first you highlight the sentence, animals give friendship and assistance to humans. Then you go to this, I like to call it the hamburger. If you click on it, it gives you color choices for highlighting. So this is where the students would be like looking for that main idea or the thesis. It's usually at the beginning and then is usually repeated at the end. They should have something highlighted throughout the reading to show that they are comprehending as they go. That's probably the most important tool to use as they read. So teaching them and practicing how to highlight. On the other side, we have the questions, and it shows you right here. They're on question 1. This passage is going to have 4 questions. This is a new type of question. So it says, which sentence emphasizes that responsibilities are part of fostering a pet? They want us to select 2 correct answers. Only 2 of these sentences are the correct answers that match this statement. Responsibilities are part of fostering a pet. So I need to click on the ones that I think are the correct match for this. That is a new question type this year. I haven't read the passage, so I didn't click on those, as the correct answer, but I wanted you to see they would pick 2 before going on to the next question. They can either get to the next question by clicking this next button right here or going over to the number 2. This is another new type of question. It's got a part A and a part B. So they have to answer this question correctly. They get 1 point, and then they'll go down here and match another answer that supports part A, and then they get a second point for this part of the question. The question says, which statement expresses an idea about society found in the article? Fostering animals is a way to contribute to making a better community. If I choose this one, then I need to pick a matching answer in part B. Which sentence from the article best supports the answer to part A? So I would go down here and pick my next one. And again, I can go to next, and I can go to my question number 3. Once I have finished this passage, I go back up to next. It doesn't want me to go next because I haven't finished all the questions yet, but I want you to see that it's going to take me to the next passage. So there are multiple passages, there are multiple sets of questions, and it just gives you a really good idea of what the kids are going to have to do on STAAR test day. Another tool that they can use is the dictionary. So if they don't know a word in the passage, or they need to look up a word because it's one of the questions, they just type that word in to this box right here, and it looks it up for them. And then they could move this dictionary box all around so that they're able to see what the word is and spell it correctly, because it is important that they spell the word correctly when they type it in the box. So what does receive mean? And then I would type it in, and it would give me a definition. There are other tools up here. We have a notepad. We have this line reader that holds my spot as I'm reading. There's a zoom in, there's a zoom out. There are tools that the students have been using throughout their practice test. So this is just one of the practice tests. There are several in here, and by subject. If for no other reason that you go look at this for your own knowledge to know how your kids are being tested by the state of Texas, please go and use this resource. Not only for your student, but you should know how your kids are being tested at school. And I hope this resource helps you.